Have you ever had that moment, late at night, no noise, no distractions, where you looked at your own reflection and thought, I know I could be more? Not in a flashy way, not for likes or status, but just better, stronger, smarter, sharper. Like there's a version of you buried somewhere underneath all the scrolling, the delays, the excuses, just waiting to be built. And here's the crazy part. You're not wrong. That version does exist. Most people just never meet him because they quit before he's born. See, there's a reason so few people ever reach the top 1%. It's not because they're less talented or less lucky. It's because they can't sit with discomfort long enough to evolve. They start strong. A few days of effort. One hard week. Then they break. They justify. They tell themselves, at least I tried. But trying isn't the same as transforming. And that's why most people stay stuck. So the real question is this: what would happen if you actually locked in? No distractions, no breaks, just real discipline. For 30, 60, even 90 days. I'll tell you what happens. You become unrecognizable. You start walking into rooms and people feel it. Your presence changes, not because you're louder, but because you're clearer, more grounded, more built, more respected. And it doesn't take some magic system or perfect genetics. You only need to fix 3 things: your body, your mind, and your habits. That's it. I call this the unrecognizable formula. And every piece of it, from training to confidence to mindset to systems, is already fully broken down in my private Discord server. That's where I'll be dropping full guides, frameworks, answers to your questions, and actually talking with you one-on-one. It opens July 1st. If you're serious, drop a comment that says, I'm in, because this isn't going to be for everyone, but it might be exactly what you need. Now let's talk about the first part of becoming the 1%. 1. Looks matter. So fix them. People rarely say this out loud, but they feel it every day. How you look shapes how people treat you, and even more importantly, it shapes how you treat yourself. You don't need perfect bone structure or celebrity genes, but when your posture is weak, your eyes look tired, and you walk like life is pushing you around. You're not just missing opportunities, you're telling the world you're not ready for them. Looking good isn't about vanity, it's about control. Control over your body, over your time, over how you show up. You change that through real simple habits. Train your body like it's your uniform. Strength, not size. Fix your grooming, skin, hair, scent, smile. Take care of the details. Upgrade your posture. Pull your shoulders back, keep your chin up. Cold showers every morning, not for the trend, but for the edge. Wear clean, fitted basics, not fashion, but precision. When you look sharp, you think sharper. And when you carry yourself like someone who has direction, the world starts reflecting it back. Second strength equals self-respect. Most people think the gym is about aesthetics, but real ones know it's about identity. When you train consistently, when you push your limits, when you show up even on the days you don't want to, you're not just building muscle, you're building proof. Proof that you can suffer on purpose. Proof that you don't need motivation. Proof that you do hard things. Because they're hard. You want to be in the top 1%? Start by being the guy who doesn't skip workouts when no one's watching. It's not about showing off. It's about showing up. Now listen, I don't want this video to just hype you up for 10 minutes and leave you empty after. That's why I've been building something deeper, a private Discord space where I share everything I've learned, for real. Not the surface level stuff you see online. I'm talking about full training frameworks, day-by-day discipline systems, how I handle setbacks, build momentum, and stay sharp without burning out. Access opens July 1st, and if you're still watching, you're probably the type of person this was made for. So, if it hits something in you, let me know in the comments. I'll be reading everyone. Now, take a deep breath, because in the next part, we go even deeper. How to train your mind, destroy distractions, and rewire your identity for good. So we've handled the body, but here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Your life looks like your mind. If your thoughts are foggy, distracted, unfocused, your results will be too. If your mind is weak, undisciplined, reactive, you'll always fall short, no matter how many goals you set. That's why the 1% aren't just stronger, they're sharper. They don't just build muscle, they build clarity, precision, intent. So how do you train the mind like that? 3. Mental reps. Every single day. Your brain is like a muscle, and most people never train it. They scroll all day, switch tasks every 30 seconds, flood themselves with noise, then wonder why they can't focus, why they feel anxious, why their thoughts are scattered. The 1% do the opposite. They guard their attention like a king guards his crown, and they build routines that sharpen them, not numb them. Here's how. Read daily, even 10 minutes. Books, long-form articles, deep interviews, not clickbait. Write daily, not essays, just thoughts, observations, self-reflection. What worked, what didn't. Solve things, problems, ideas, challenges. Train yourself to think, not just consume. Be bored, put the phone away. Go on a walk without music. Let your brain stretch again, and it's not glamorous, but that's the point. Mental toughness isn't built in dopamine spikes. It's built in quiet consistency. 4. Kill distractions before they kill your potential. You know what's stealing your future? It's not lack of time. It's micro distractions that drain your mind and energy until there's nothing left to build with. We've all done it. Scrolled 90 minutes before doing one task. Switched tabs 12 times in an hour. Watched a productivity video while avoiding real work. This isn't just bad for focus. It rewires your brain to be weaker. Every time you avoid boredom, you teach yourself that discomfort equals danger. So, how do you reverse it? Here's how I handle it, and I've laid out the full structure inside the private server. But let me give you the base. 1 focus block a day. Deep work mode, no phone, 90 minutes. Limit apps, set timers, remove shortcuts, or delete what you know is a trap. Mute everyone. Group chats, DMs, distractions. Keep your inputs clean. Use boredom as training. Every time you feel the urge to scroll, wait 60 seconds. Reclaim that moment. You'll feel the shift fast. Your mind gets quieter. Your vision sharpens, and suddenly, you're not surviving the day. You're steering it. Now, I need to pause and say something real. I'm not sharing this to impress anyone. I'm not above you. I've made every mistake in the book. Wasted months, ruined mornings, watched myself slip more than once. But that's why I built the Discord. Because the version of me who finally locked in, he only showed up when I had the right inputs around me. And that's what I want to give you. A place where the noise stops, the direction is clear, and you have support. I'm not building a motivational server. I'm building a base camp for killers. People who are ready to stop starting over and actually go all in. If you're one of them, drop a comment that says Discord so I know you're watching this with intent. 5. Identity is built, not found. You want to feel confident? You want to feel powerful? Start acting like the person you want to become before you feel ready. Do you think top 1% people feel motivated every day? Of course not. But they've built a system so strong that their habits carry them even when their emotions don't. This is the trick. You don't wait for discipline. You install it. One decision at a time, one representative, one early wake up, one focused hour. You stack those until it becomes harder to not do the work. That's what identity is, when discipline becomes your default. And at that point, people will start asking, how did you change so much? But they won't see the days you suffered in silence. They won't see the nights you skipped comfort. They won't see the identity you were building quietly, daily. Only you will know, and that's enough. In part 3, we wrap it all together. How to lock in for life, not just 30 days. How to build momentum that never fades. And how to become the person you always knew you could be. Let's be real. You've probably tried before. You've watched videos, read guides, maybe even followed a plan for a week or two. But then, you fell off. Life got loud. The old patterns pulled you back in. It's not because you're weak. It's because you didn't shift one thing, your standard. 6. The day you raise your standard, everything changes. There's a version of you who doesn't tolerate mediocrity. He doesn't try to be consistent. He is. He doesn't hope for confidence. He builds it. He doesn't need approval. He earns self-respect daily. And the only way to become him is to decide that the old version of you is no longer acceptable. No more sleeping in, no more, I'll start Monday. No more chasing dopamine while your real life falls apart behind you. You draw a line, and on the other side is a life that looks like the one you've always dreamed of, but never had the discipline to build. Until now. 7. Lock in for life, not just a streak. This isn't a 30-day trick. This is about becoming the kind of man who never lets himself fall too far off. Yeah, you'll still mess up. There will be off days. You'll get tired, distracted, and maybe even tempted to quit. But the difference? Now you catch yourself faster. Now you have tools, routines, systems. Now you don't spiral for weeks. You bounce back in hours. You've trained that, and trust me, That's what separates the top 1% from everyone else. It's not that they're perfect, it's that they never stay down. 8. The new you isn't coming. He's here. You're not on your way. You're not almost there. If you've been doing the work, he's already here. That version of you who's jacked, dialed in, clear-headed, calm under pressure. The kind of man who other people feel the second he walks into a room. He's not fantasy. He's just your discipline, compounded. And now, you've proven you can access him. So stop waiting. Step into him. Own him. Live him. Final word and where to go. Next, if you've watched this far, you're different. Most people click away after 30 seconds. But if you're still here, that tells me one thing. You're ready. Ready to stop consuming and start executing. Ready to upgrade not just your habits, but your whole identity. And that's exactly why I'm opening the private Discord server on July 1st. Inside, you'll get step-by-step guides on building your best body-focused routines that actually work, mindset breakdowns, weekly voice notes from me, deep dives I'll never post on socials, real connection. No fluff, no ego, no noise. It's not for everyone. But if this video hits something real in you, you already know where you belong. Drop a comment that says Discord if you're waiting for the launch. I'm reading all of them. And if you made it here, you're not just a viewer. You're part of this now. The story already started. Now, finish it. See you July 1st. And until then, wake up. Lock in. Build it. Every damn day.